been a while, hasn't it? Welcome back to the Rogue Probe. I think that's the first thing I need to say. I'm in a different environment. I often am, you know? And that's how we keep it. Hopefully, you'll see me in this environment at least a few times, because one, that means that I'm still in my current relationship, and two, that means that I've been doing this consistently. I'm sure we'll move at some point. I've been adamant about it, but that's a whole other bag of worms, you know. Ugh. There's a lot that's happened. Done with college, at least for now, and hopefully forever. In a relationship, just mentioned that. It's been a little over a year. It's going good. Thanks for asking. And I have a child. Yeah, I don't even think I've made a video, even like since I knew the child was inbound. So we missed a whole arc, okay? And I'm sorry I didn't document it. Um, what can I say? You know what I mean? You're not the only people to have missed that whole arc. I kept it pretty close to the chest. Could get more into that later, but I'm not going to right now. This is more of a quick test video to see if I can get all the rust off me, you know what I mean? And I was looking at some of my other videos I had uploaded, and I do like the road probe format, you know, just sitting down, you know, maybe I'd have a visual aid somewhere, like a whiteboard or something, as I oft did. Um, and just like talk about a subject, not like I'm an expert on anything. Um, but talking about a subject and exploring it and seeing like what just saying it out loud can do for me, you know. But also, I made some other videos too, like where I had other people here. The only one that you've seen so far is my cousin. I forget what alias I gave him or if he had one, so I'll just leave it at that. Um, but yeah, a delight, and I wish I made more. However, there are other videos too, which basically any video, honestly. Me doing anything and having it documented, and when I'm recording things, I can't be wasting my time doing other things. You might be saying, "Gee Willie," or whatever you call me, the probester. What do you mean? You're wasting your time right now. You know, you're not doing anything. Well, you're right about that. But this is a way that I waste my time that I don't instantly regret. And that's important, because I've been doing things that I instantly regret probably for 90% of the time I'm awake. So, yeah. Nah, being dramatic, not being dramatic, I get it. You know, the brain needs some time for some R&R, but it's gotten too much R&R to the point where the R&R itself has become work. And it's just you need some fucking balance. You know? Uh, that's a nice thing about having a child is every day is kind of productive because they're getting older and they're alive. Every day they're alive. That's a productive day. You know, the project is advancing. And the great thing is like, I mean, in every case, the child is the one doing most of the work. You know, their cells are dividing and their immune systems are developing and they're learning how to speak. You know, it's like they pick it up pretty naturally. You know, that might not be a shock to you considering we as a species have existed and other species have existed along similar lines. I mean, honestly, we're one of the harder ones because you don't become like a adult, and I don't know, like we'll say 18, you know, even though I don't know what makes someone an adult. Is it the ability to buzz? I really don't. But whatever the adult time is, it takes a long time. Whereas, like, hmm, uh, I'm sorry. I got, how long did I get in it? Like 5 minutes into my return, and I'm already there. I mean, what can I say? I'm incorrigible. You know, I'm a real piece of work. Um, but, you know, 18 years, you know, till my child becomes an adult. 17 and a half, really. Um, and it's going well so far. Really, it's just, and honestly, it's a weight off my mind because now the only thing I really need to do is make money until they reach that point of, and then I can, you know, worry about like what the meaning of my life is, blah 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 blah. But right now, it can all be on the back burner because the child is in process. So, and I got some ideas, you know. Don't get me wrong, I got some ideas for how I want this child raised. I do. I do. I think I was raised in accordance to cultural norms. Not necessarily a bad thing, it comes with its benefits. But I think there was a lack of scrutinization on those norms. You know what I mean? And I think you can blend in, you know, you can jive with the culture while at the same time being a little more analytical about it. And I think that's what I would like to cultivate. Because if you blindly just follow this culture, it sucks, man. It sucks. It doesn't tackle any like question of meaning at all, you know? Only putting out little arbitrary targets which may or may not be in your power to control and being like this won't make you feel like shit, and then you see everyone else who's achieved that and they feel like shit. So, or at least there's no correlation. It's all a lie. Am I blowing your mind right now? Probably sound like a fucking loon. And this is why spoken word off the top of the head is not the best way to communicate. Writing. Writing is more powerful than you might think. Allows you to refine your thoughts into something that doesn't sound completely insane. But anyway, I am keeping this video brief because it's kind of a test run, like I said, to get the rust off. But if I can put it together easily, buddy boy, you can expect some more from me. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a lot more, and I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a lot less. It could be a lot less. It could be zero. But I would like to get some more diversity on this channel. I'd like to get some other people on it. But most of all, I would just like to throw some stuff on here because why the fuck not? Because someday my great grandkids are gonna watch this and they're gonna be 35 and they're gonna be like, what the fuck? This guy he was 27? He was like, what? You know? And I'm gonna be dead. Yeah. But they're gonna get a kick out of it, so presumably. They're gonna be like, he was talking about being an adult. And the qualification of what makes someone an adult is that they bust? What? And I agree with them. I agree. I'm not sure if that should be anyone's definition of that. So, um, yeah. On that note, reminding you all that I said that, I guess I should call it here. Thanks for tuning in, and stick around for more premium vlogs.